So you want to take good photos of your guinea pigs on a budget. There are techniques for taking great pictures of them, but it's hard because 1, they are small, and 2, sometimes they just can't sit still or pose like you can tell a human to. But what if I tell you that these photos were taken in my living room with only my camera and some paper? I'm going to show you how in this video. Now, I'm not a professional by any means, it's just my hobby, but as a guinea pig parent, I have learned a few tips. So without further ado, let's set up and do a photo shoot for the piggies. First, set up your playpen. I'm using the usual extra large pet safe playpen mat, and all the supplies and stuff in this video will be linked in the description. You can get these poster boards in the dollar store for like $2 and some photo shoot background paper made for product shooting on Amazon for a very cheap price. Make sure you get a larger size though. I used some tape to stick the paper to the cage sizes on the wall. If you don't have background paper, a wall can do as well. Now that we're done, it's time to get the piggies. This is Mochi and this is Coffee. First, I like to snap some photos of them just naturally doing their stuff. This also gives them a little time to get comfortable in this environment. I'm using the Cameron R8 camera linked in the description. Here are some more technical camera settings on the screen that I'm using, just to give you an idea. Of course, a phone can work too if you don't have a camera. The key ingredient to getting great photos of your pets is, you guessed it, treats. I'm using some romaine lettuce. And pro tip, use leafy greens for photo shoots and break them into smaller pieces. That way your piggy won't just get the treat and run away or turn around if they get a larger treat. Small treats can also get them to stay in their place too. Because guinea pigs are very short and potato-like, often having them put their paws on a platform helps. So here I'm taping a puppy pad to a box to make the white platform. And that way I can take pictures like these. If you can, guide your piggy to have half their body on the platform. I'm also using a higher shutter speed because they're moving. It'll result in less motion blur. As you can see, this photo shoot is pretty chaotic. So if this is your first time to a photo shoot like this, you might want to take only 1 or 2 guinea pigs for the photo shoot at a time. Of course, it really depends on whether your piggy will stay still and follow your guide to pose. After a few takes, you can start adding more piggies in. When you're taking photos of your guinea pig, remember to not use flash because it startles them. Try to minimize any camera clicking sounds if you can too, especially if your piggy isn't used to photo shoots. Now here are a few camera tips you should know when you're taking photos of your guinea pigs. First, snap a lot of pics so you can choose the best one. You also get some funny expressions like these two.
Bombastic side eye.
The second tip is to get down to your guinea pig's level. This gives you a better angle in your photos. Try to take the shots from different angles horizontally too. I find that a 20 to 45 degree angle from the center really shows more dimension on my potato's face. Because if you take it from the center, sometimes their eyes can be covered up if you know what I mean. Before I go on, let me show you quickly how I edit my photos. This is a huge part of photography, and it can sometimes make or break your photo. Use whatever photo editing software you use. I'm using the Snap Speed app from Google, but I change it like all the time. I crop the picture to how I want first, then use the healing tool to remove things I don't want in the photo. The healing tool can have other names like eraser or something. Then I start adjusting the lighting, shadows, saturation, and all that stuff. Usually I turn the exposure up and add more saturation to really enhance their features. After that, sometimes I'd add a blur to put the focus on the potatoes because they are the main character. Overall, the editing process for each pig takes me about 3 to 6 minutes, and this app has a last edits feature where I can copy and paste the edits to another photo that I selected. This is kind of the equivalent of set filters or LUTs. Back to the tips. This is an important one. Remember, they are animals and treat them like toddlers. They need breaks and lots of babying. I know you already baby your guinea pigs a lot, but just keep in mind that you might get frustrated. If that happens, you need to take a break too. Have fun, it's not that serious. Plus, it adds a lot of character to your photos and things can be edited. So these are my 2 cents on how to take great pictures of your small pets. These tips can honestly work on a lot of small mammals. I hope you got some value out of this video, or maybe you're just admiring the piggy's cuteness and not really listening, which is completely understandable. Please consider liking this video and subscribing for more guinea pig content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!